Welcome to the first chapter in this exciting journey of becoming an accomplished chemist. And in this chapter, we will be looking to answer the question, what is chemistry? Chemistry is a science of matter, both its property and how it reacts with other matter. It is a branch of science that deals with the study of the composition and reaction of matter. Chemistry is a physical science, which means it focuses on things that are not living. Instead, chemistry, just like other physical sciences, studies the laws of nature. It is considered to be one of the fundamental sciences because everything in the universe obeys these natural laws. Chemistry answers the question, what is it made of? And the answer helps us to understand how a substance will behave under given conditions, such as changes in temperature, light, and pressure. Chemists are also interested in how atoms join in chemical bonds and how they can be broken apart. When most people think of chemistry, they think of elements. By 2012, chemists had isolated 118 different elements and organized them in what we call a periodic table. Chemistry is used everywhere, every day. It is used by pharmacists to create new medicines, by police in detecting crime, and even by engineers to make chips powering the computers you are using to watch this video. In chemistry, all substances are collectively known as matter. So let's start by understanding this term, matter. When you look around, everything in and around us is made up of either three things: solids, which we can see, smell, touch, and even taste; liquids, which we can also see, smell, touch, and taste; or gases, which we mostly can't see or touch, but we can feel their effect, although a few can be seen or even tasted. So what do liquids, gases, and solids have in common? They are all made of matter. Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. In other words, it has mass and volume. You might be wondering why they look so different if they are made of the same thing. But the truth is, all things are made of matter, just in different shapes and forms. All matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms. But don't worry about that for now. Matter can exist either as solid, liquid, or gas. These are the three states of matter. Let's examine the properties of each state. A property is the way something is that we can measure. The physical properties that we'll be looking at are shape, mass, and volume. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. Volume is the space occupied by the object. Solids are easy to recognize. Rocks, fruits, pencils, and plants are all examples of solids. A solid object has a definite shape that does not change when it is moved or put in a container of different shapes. Solids only change shapes when forced, like when they are smashed or broken. Next, solids have a definite mass that does not change from place to place. And lastly, solids have definite volumes. If placed in a container filled with water, a solid will displace an amount of water equal to its volume. Liquids have definite volumes and mass, but they do not have definite shapes. Liquids will assume the shapes of the containers in which they are put. Water, milk, and juice are just a few examples of liquids. Gases. Gases have definite masses. An inflated balloon will weigh more than an empty one. However, gases do not have definite volumes nor shape. And just like liquids, gases assume the shapes of the containers in which they are put. And so in summary, solids have definite shapes, mass and volume. Liquids have definite mass, volume, but no definite shape. And gases have definite mass, but no definite shape, no volume. Later on, we will see why the states of matter have these properties. Next, interconversion of the states of matter. Now, the three states of matter can be interconverted by either heating or cooling. When a solid is heated, it melts to give a liquid. This process is called melting and takes place at a specific temperature called melting point. When a liquid is cooled, it solidifies back into solid. This process is called freezing and takes place at a specific temperature called freezing point. For a particular substance, freezing and melting takes place at the same temperature. When a liquid is heated, it changes into gaseous state at a specific temperature called the boiling point. This process is called vaporization. When a gas is cooled, it becomes a liquid in a process called condensation. Both vaporization and condensation occur at the same temperature for a particular substance. For water, it's 100 degrees Celsius. Sublimation is the conversion of a solid directly into vapor without going through the liquid phase. For example, iodine crystals vaporize into purple vapor when heated. On cooling, the vapor condenses back into solid state directly. This is called desublimation or deposition. Now the chemistry laboratory. Chemistry involves practical procedures called experiments. These are conducted in special rooms called laboratories. The laboratory provides a conducive environment for experiments and also ensures the safety of the users and that of the environment. Reactions themselves take place in special vessels or containers called apparatus. There are many apparatus, each with specific use and come in various sizes. Most apparatus are made of glass. Why? First, glass is an inert material, which means it does not react with most chemicals. Secondly, the smoothness of the glasses make them easier to clean. And finally, the transparency of the glass allows one to see the reactions taking place inside. Let's look at the various apparatus and their uses.